Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope everyone has been having a great morning. Today being 29th of November, the end of the month has almost arrived. With today being Friday, uh, the end of this month's trading session, right? So I hope everyone is present for today's live streaming session. I hope everyone is up and ready. Correct. So let me start today's session with a quick introduction about myself. I am Harsh. I have 8 years of trading experience. I have been trading the forex markets, the commodity markets such as oil, gold, silver, as well as the US based indices such as the S&P 500, the Dow Jones 30, and the Nasdaq 100. Currently, we are also looking at the English share market, whereby we are analyzing the individual England stocks and also looking for trading opportunities on them as well. I am more of a technical trader. I specialize in technical analysis such as supply demand, price action, order flow analysis, swing analysis, wave analysis, and Fibonacci retracement analysis as well. I have been blessed to be mentored and guided by some of the brightest minds in the financial markets. I have had the privilege to be taken under the wing of certain people who used to work as flow traders on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, right? So, being with such bright minded people, I have been fortunate enough to learn and gain a lot of experience, right, in the financial markets. I have also been successful in handling $25 million worth of portfolio. And on top of that, I have also been able to generate a profitability of around 30 to 35% on an annual basis. The reason I'm sharing all this information with the beautiful members of this community is so that you can be rest assured that the information and content that is being provided from me to you is coming from someone who has the right kind of experience, the expertise, and the knowledge that is required in the financial markets. So let me start today's first live streaming of Harsh's by asking you a simple question. Do you think it is possible to make money in the financial markets, or do you think it is hard to make money in the financial markets? If you think it is possible to make money in the markets, you can type one in the chat box. All right. And if you think that, Harsh, maybe we are not sure how to make money in the financial markets, you can type two. Remember, our live streaming sessions are based more on an interaction basis where, yes, Harsh will be doing most of the talking, but it is important that you reciprocate to me as well so that I can gauge and understand how well we are able to connect and share ideas, and how well are you able to receive the information that I'm providing, correct? How well I can basically add value to you. So here we at Dolphin Markets are providing you with high value content, correct? Content in terms of technical, in terms of analysis, in terms of hot stock recommendations, that is money making opportunities, correct? And the third is more important as well, which is basically education pertaining to the financial markets. So coming back to the question, right? Why do people think it is hard to make money in the financial markets? Yes, the answer to to the question that asked you is people understand and they know that it is possible to make money in the financial markets, but when it comes to making money by themselves, maybe they do not have the right knowledge, the right resources, the right education, or the right mentor to guide them through the financial markets, correct? And that is exactly what Harsh from Dolphin Markets is here to provide you. I'm here to provide you with very high value content in terms of how we are analyzing the English share market, whether we are coming across any particular hot stock recommendations we provide to you. So you are able to make money while attending our live streaming sessions. And we also provide you with education. Education And since I'm more into technical analysis, I would be covering the education based on technical analysis. Our live streaming sessions are happening for 5 days a week, right? Right from Monday to Friday. And I, Harsh, will personally make sure to provide you with three live trading sessions, with the first two live streaming sessions taking place as the stock market hours are open and running, correct? And the third live streaming session takes place after the stock market has closed, where we basically shift our focus from providing you with hot stock recommendations to providing you with education. So when you're getting a crazy combination of learning opportunities and earning opportunities, that is the reason it is highly important and highly recommended to be a part of dolphin markets, so that you can keep receiving our services. So people know that yes, it is possible to make money, but since they do not have the right guidance, we at Dolphin Markets are providing you with that service of all the necessary content pertaining to the Indian stock market. Now, how many of people of you are able to make such kind of returns? Let me show it to you based on our financial analysis sheet, right? We have been diligently providing you with hot stock recommendations all the way from 18th of September, correct? I hope everyone can see my screen. All the way from 18th of September, we have been diligently and consistently providing you with hot stock recommendations, right? Just yesterday, we are talking about 28th of November, right? Yesterday has been a fantastic day for us. We have been providing you with hot stock recommendations. Please bear in mind, we provide you with hot stock recommendations in terms of whenever a high probability trade is observed by me, correct? And I provide it to you at the earliest. So we provide you with real time based hot stock recommendations, right? So there are a lot of brokers and services out there who are providing you with recorded data, correct? That has already been recorded in the past and they talk more about it. We are being different. How are we being different? We are being different by providing you with real time based trading opportunities. All you have to do is make sure that you're attending Harsh's live streaming sessions, because that is the area where you can make good amount of money, right, in terms of profit. Another point to keep in mind is whenever you're attending the live streaming sessions, especially the first and the second, always keep your trading account open, correct? We at Dolphin Markets are not affiliated with any Indian brokerage firm services. It is at your discretion that you keep your accounts active and running, and I'm pretty sure everyone does have an account, a demat account and a trading account. But make sure we are providing you with recommendations. We are showcasing to you on a real time basis that yes, we are taking trades consistently, as well as we are closing trades consistently, right? So it is very, very, very important to keep in mind that be present, be consistent when it comes to attending the live streaming sessions, because it is during the live streaming sessions when you can make good amount of money, right? And keep your trading account open. The moment a trading opportunity is provided, all you have to do is copy paste our parameters. We provide you with areas of entry. First of all, we provide you with the name of the stock, of course, right? How can you take a trade without not knowing what stock to take the trade on? So we provide you with the hot stock ticker symbol. We provide you with the entry, and most importantly, we provide you with the 5% profitability target. I'm pretty sure by now everyone is aware that we have been focusing on the 5% profitability, because that is where the real money can be made consistently, right? For those people who are over ambitious and who want to have further targets, we provide you with target 1 and target 2 as well. But our focus has been on providing our customers a real time basis of providing you with real time trading opportunities, right? Taking trades consistently and booking trades consistently, right? We have been doing fabulous. So just based on yesterday's hot stock, right? We were looking at the hot stock GGBL. We will come to the chart and we will inform you more about the details. But this is the power that Harsh and Dolphin Markets are providing to you. So make sure that you are a part of Dolphin Markets. Please bear in mind, with such high value content, right? We are almost sitting at 200, right? Let me just make sure the values are correct. Nonetheless, with the prices, with the trades that have been taken, correct, the prices have been doing phenomenal. Till yesterday we have been sitting at 193, correct. So till yesterday, let me just show it to you. Till yesterday, we had been sitting at 192 with around, let me just check the values again, with around 31 trades taken, right? I'm going to talk about today's trade opportunity, today's profitability as well, but I wanted to focus on how well we have been performing. So just based on till yesterday, right, we were already sitting at 193% cumulative profitability, right? So I'm pretty sure there is no other broker out there who's providing you with such high value content. We are literally providing you with a resource, with a strategy in terms of how to make money consistently. All we require is you to be a part of Dolphin Markets, keep attending the live streaming sessions, and keep your trading account open. So we have been very consistent and very diligent when it comes to providing you with content, especially with hot stock recommendation. Since the value is so high quality, we are basically focusing on people who would be interested to take action. We are basically focused on VIPs, correct? People who are willing to take action. I'm very sure a lot of you people who are attending the live streaming sessions are, very interested and very astonished with the profitabilities that we have been providing, but they are not taking action. We want people who can take action, who can invest, who can become a part of Dolphin Markets, and who can, subscribe to our services of in terms of making money. But since we are also in the initial phase of marketing and building our reputation when it comes to the Indian stock market, we have kept the live streaming sessions public for anyone and everyone who wants to be a part and who wants to analyze how well we have been providing in terms of hot stock recommendations, correct? So I would highly request every one of you to be a part of Dolphin Markets. But for those who are still being a little dicey, it is very important to understand that the value that we are providing will not be available after the next 1 or 2 weeks. We will be shifting to our private live streaming channel, and people who have onboarded onto Dolphin Markets will be getting the services, right? So make sure to get onboarded onto Dolphin Markets. Another quick question before we get into the charts, and that question is, do you want to make little bit of money, or do you want to make a lot of money? I'm sure everyone would be having a unanimous answer, and the answer is simple. Of course, Harsh, it's a no brainer. We want to make a lot of money. So, for those people who want to make a lot of money, how can you make a lot of money? By just two simple steps. The first step is make sure to be consistent in attending the live streaming sessions, and secondly, keep your trading account open. So, as and how we come across a hot stock recommendation, we will provide to you, right? Yesterday's two hot stock recommendations, the first one was on Arctply, the second one was on GGBL. The second trade, that is GGBL, has hit our take profit today morning itself, right? So let us quickly go and have a look in terms of how the markets have performed and how this particular hot stock recommendation has hit the 5% profitability. Very important to keep in mind that whenever a hot stock is recommended to you, correct, it is your it is at your disposal to make sure that you are entering at the parameters that we have mentioned. We have been providing you with these recommendations all the way from 18th of September, so you are clearly able to see the consistency that has been coming into the markets, correct? With this particular hot stock that was provided, it was provided on GGBL. So GGBL is basically Ganesh Green Bharat Limited, correct? Listed on the National Stock Exchange. Sorry, and it is engaging in the manufacture of solar module as well as supply, installation, testing, and commissioning of solar and electrical goods and services. So, with a company being into the electrical and solar equipment and in the manufacturing, electronic technology, and semiconductor sector, we were able to provide you with an opportunity to enter long at the areas of 415 and 420. The prices as of today's market open, just at the market open, let me tell you the exact timing. We were able to achieve target by 9:15 a.m. right the moment the prices open. Between 9:15 and 10:15 the prices had achieved the target. That is the reason why it is so important to follow Harsh's recommendation. I am providing you with exactly uh, where to enter, and I'm also providing you with the exact parameters of where to place your 5%. Very, very important. I'm sure everyone who will be listening to these live streaming sessions, majority of you have already taken the call in terms of booking the trades and making 5% profitability. But for those who are like, okay, let us see how the markets turn, or let us see how the markets will behave, you cannot wait. The markets are very impulsive, right? So the markets can move directions in a matter of minutes, correct? So you have to be quick in taking profitability, and that is another reason why we focus so heavily on the 5% profitability, right? Because we have observed over the last 2 months with our diligent structure of providing you with hot stock recommendations, that the 5% is the right amount of profitability that the markets are able to provide us before they might correct or even reverse, correct? In terms of resistance and all, the prices have been quite away from the main source of, or the main key resistance area at 450. But still, nonetheless, with the 5% that had been provided to you from the areas of 415 to 420, the prices have done phenomenal. And in terms of price movement, we are already seeing a movement of almost 6 point, around 6.8. So we were looking around the 5% profitability for people who had placed their take profits well in advance. You have already achieved 5, not just 5, you must have achieved a little higher than 5, maybe 6 or 6.5. So we would be looking at around 6%, right? So let me update the Excel, our analysis sheet. Please bear in mind, whenever a hot stock is provided, we provide you with entry and we provide you with the take profit area. Highly important, very important from your part in terms of placing your take profit well in advance. Why would you want to wait? Because like our live streaming sessions are happening based on an hourly basis, the markets are still running when the live streaming sessions are not taking place, correct? And that is the reason, if you place your take profit targets well in advance, the moment you are placing the entry, place your take profit as well, so that you can make and confirm that you can make money even when you're not in front of the screen, or you might be busy with some other responsibilities. So very important to keep in mind. And that is the power of how the 5% profitability works. Because with the prices correcting, 1 second, let me change the color. With the 5% approaching the target area, just achieving the 5% and already starting to reverse on the 1 hour. I hope people can see, correct? So that is important to keep it at 5%. With people who are thinking about placing their targets at entry 1 and entry 2, we are in the process of making we are in the process of taking consistent trades. We are not here to take few trades and trying to make higher percentages of profitability. Rather, we are here to provide you with trades on a regular basis, and based on that, even booking trades on a regular basis, right? So we have able to achieve, for those people who have taken the trades that we have provided to you, the prices have achieved around 6%, right? So we will be going to our chart, to our analysis sheet. 1 second. We would be going to our analysis sheet and we would be updating the details over here as well. So GGBL has done its work and it has achieved the recommended target of 5, and not just 5, it's given you a 1% extra in terms of 6% profitability. Let me just make sure that the values have been updated. In terms of GGBL, let me just make sure the time it was provided. It was provided around 12:56, and with the entry point being between 4:15 and 4:20, we had been able to achieve a target of around 6%, right? So which is going to be around the 440 area. Remember, we are not giving you precise levels of entry and exit. You can always be a little flexible. The main question is, are you making money consistently, right? Are you making profits consistently? So let me just go and update. So we have been able to achieve the 440 price level. Prices have gone slightly above that as well, and we have been able to achieve 6%, right? This is the power that we are able to provide you, to showcase you that yes, Harsh as well as Dolphin Markets are able to provide you with high value content. We are basically providing you with money making opportunities in the Indian stock market on a real time basis, right? For people who understand the value of our content, will not even think twice before becoming a part of Dolphin Market, because they understand and they are aware that we have been providing you from 18th of September, from mid of September till almost the end of November. So it's almost been 2.5 months, and we have been killing it, right? When we in the financial markets in terms of making good amount of profitability. Let me just make sure what's the cumulative. So we are currently sitting at a updated profitability percentage of 199%, 1% short of 200, but still nonetheless, fantastic, fabulous, correct? So I hope everyone is able to see it first hand forward. How can Friday be? There's no other day better than taking a trade and closing a trade in profit on a Friday, so that you can go and have a good time on the weekends with your friends and families, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your children, grandchildren. This is the power of Dolphin Markets, right? You need to be a part of Dolphin Markets, because that is where you can earn and you can learn simultaneously. And for people who can earn and learn, they will be well ahead of the curve in terms of people who are still thinking about whether should I join a Dolphin Markets, whether I should be a part of Harsha's live streaming sessions. At the end, the main purpose of anyone who's attending the live streaming sessions is having only one purpose in mind, and that is to make money. And we have been showing you consistent uh, trade placements in terms of entries and consistent profit booking, right? So everyone who has been a part of Dolphin Market since the beginning of time, we have, as of today being the 29th of November, Friday, which is the last trading day of the month, we have been able to achieve a cumulative profitability of 199%, right? With 32 trades taken. So even in terms of sample size, we are considerably big, right? We haven't made we haven't made these kind of returns on a single trade or on a couple of trades. We have taken 32 trades to be precise, and we have been able to generate 199% cumulative profitability, with an average profitability of 5% for each trade taken, correct? So I hope everyone is having a good time. Let me delete this particular stock from our tracking, right? Sorry, from our holding, because this trade has been done and dusted. We can delete it, and now we can proudly say that we have been able to achieve yesterday's hot stock recommendation has already hit the 5%, not just 5, but the 6% profitability just after market open. Always make sure to be consistent by with the attendance when it comes to the live streaming sessions, and make sure to take your to keep your trading accounts open and place trades so that you can take trades and close profits and make good money. Making a profitability on Friday, like I said, is commendable because you get to enjoy the profits right over the weekend. And how there's no other better way than to make money in the financial markets and splurge it on the weekends with on your family, on your friends, on your spouses, on your girlfriends, boyfriends, whoever you want to be with. Correct. So I hope everyone has taken the trade. For those people who have taken the trade on GGBL, a huge round of applause. You have achieved not just 5 but 6% profitability. Right. Let us get back to the charts and let us see how the other stocks in terms of the other trades that are on our watch list. Let's go have a look, and we will give you an update in terms of how the prices have been reacting since today's morning. Right, today being Friday is also considered to be a manipulative day because today is when there will be a lot of squaring off of positions because with the uncertainty that Saturdays and Sundays hold. Correct, but nonetheless, we have been quite phenomenal when it comes to achieving the 5% profitability. In terms of Arctply, let me quickly have a look. Now, Arctply had been very interesting. Remember, even for another trading opportunity that was provided, it was basically on Arctply. Arctply is basically a producer manufacturing and is into building products sector with its engagement in the manufacturing of wood panel and decorative products, right? So basically it is into manufacturing of wood panels and decorative, basically furnishing items. Correct. Now with this particular hot stock that we had shared yesterday, the prices had come very close to our areas of target, right? We had provided to you with an entry between 110 to 115. Correct. Let me just make sure the values are correct. Correct, yes. So 110 to 115, and our take profit was between 116 to 121. The prices were able to come to a profitability of 4.2%. Again, sometimes the markets play hard in terms of attaining profits. We were shy from achieving our 5% profitability by 0.8%, right? And the markets have currently been correcting. So with the prices coming very close to our area of target, it is very important to be aware that you can place your take profit targets slightly before in order to guarantee your profits. Correct, because we are not here in terms of providing you with once in a blue moon opportunity. Right, when it comes to trading, we are trying to provide you with regular trading opportunities. So for no reason, if you are able to exit a little before, are you making profits consistently, right? With the current amount of cumulative profitability that I showcased, right? Almost 200 percentage, right? 1% short from an overall cumulative percentage of 200 profitability. It is very, very astonishing and fantastic and astounding when it comes to such kind of returns, and that too just in a matter of less than 3 months. Right, we are talking about 2.5 months. So that is the power that Harsh and Dolphin markets are able to provide to you. All right, now let us look in terms of how close the prices had come to this particular hot stock. In terms of profitability, we will still keep an eye, but we were still very close in terms of prices, coming. Anyways, we will have a look on this trade with the advancements taking place, and if any other necessary action needs to be taken, I will keep you informed on this particular hot stock as well. Correct. We looked at D-Dave Plastic, which was provided to you on almost 21st of November. The prices have been fantastic, right? We were able to generate around on D-Day, we were able to generate around 13%, right? I mean, how commendable. Sometimes we place our targets well prior in terms of well before, because we want to make consistent profits, so we are focusing on 5. But sometimes the markets are blessing in disguise when they provide us with more profits, right? Almost two and a half times more of what we were being able to achieve. So that is the power of markets. And that is another reason to keep in mind that even when the prices are correcting, when the prices have been correcting by creating lower highs and lower lows, whenever the markets are correcting, we try to find opportunities to take trades, right? We are not here to be correct in trading, we are here to make money. So we as analysts and traders are doing our due diligence when it comes to taking trades in the Indian stock market. But sometimes there are macroeconomic factors as well, right? I'm sure everyone is aware of the geopolitical uncertainties that are going across. Yes, even when it comes to the FIIs, overall since the month of October, there has been a huge amount of selling pressure, right, from the FIIs, the foreign investment institutions. So when such macroeconomic factors have been creating a bearish, a skeptical sentiment in the markets, and that is why even when the markets are correcting, we provide you with advancements in terms of how you can improvise when the markets are correcting, and we provide you with additional entries so that you can enter at a better price and make good amount of profits, right? We have done with Gildave Plastic. Arcadply is currently running. In terms of NFL, National Fertilizers has done a phenomenal job. Even on this particular hot stock, we were able to generate around 9% profitability, right? 9% profitability has been achieved on this. It's already mentioned in the sheet, but I'm just writing it so that people can see it on the charts itself, right? And then we had looked at IP rings. With IP rings, yesterday we were talking about IP rings, where how prices are currently holding a very important area of support around the 193.5 area, right? Now, currently, the prices have started to create a form of manipulation. For people who had attended yesterday's third live streaming session, we were talking more about how the big banks and institutions, how the FIIs and the DIIs are able to manipulate price, right? And currently there is a manipulation that is taking place, but we do expect prices to continue higher. Let us see how the markets are updating, and we will improvise based on the market conditions. Correct? With IP rings, it's basically coming into the producer manufacturing and the industrial conglomerates sector, correct? Then we talked about Poonawalla. Now, Poonawalla was so close to our take profit area. We had mentioned, and we had also informed that prices are coming into a strong area of resistance. For people who had taken a trade at the required entry, we were very close, right? As you can see on the chart, we had almost achieved a 4.7% profitability. We were shy away from a target by just zero point 0.3, correct? So or 0.3, 0.4%. The prices had come very close to our area of interest, but people had to be aware that since the prices had come back, let me just use an arrow. Since the prices had come to an area of resistance, we were expecting the prices to correct from that area as well. So it is important to be aware of the scenarios, and it is important to understand that when there is an important structure, such as an important key resistance area. For this particular example, hot stock, what that we were mentioning, there was a very important key resistance area around the 380, correct? So the 380 area was in its own a challenge for prices to continue higher. We had provided you with a hot stock recommendation around 360 and 365 that had approached the key resistance area. So for people who are smarter, correct, they should be well aware that even though the markets, we have been providing you with parameters in terms of entry and take profit levels, sometimes you can be slightly flexible when it comes to placing your targets as well, because Harsh keeps emphasizing on potential areas where prices can reverse. So for people who are able to understand and yes, be aware that sorry, that prices are coming into a very strong area of resistance, with the prices already making good amount of profitability, almost at around 4.7. It was a good amount that you could capitalize on, right? We are here to make money consistently. It is not about being right always, right? Being right in the market is not the main flex when it comes to the financial market. It is how you are able to make money consistently, right? Anyways, for people who were able to close their trades, good job. But for people who still have the trades running, since the prices have come into an area of key resistance and with the overall sentiment still being bearish, right? Based on even the formation of lower highs and lower lows, the price or the trend is still bearish. So prices have come back to the area of the bearish resistance area, and prices are correcting as well. So for those who were able to close positions, good. If your positions are running, we will update you in terms of what would be the next form of action that would be required to be taken, correct? We looked at Eventil, and Eventil had been doing phenomenal. We had provided you with a hot stock recommendation based on entry number 2 and entry number 3. Entry number 1 has also been the average prices for entry 1, entry 2, and entry 3 has been already surpassed, right? Current price has crossed above the average price. We had mentioned for people to start closing their trades on these particular hot stock recommendations. For people who had taken trades on entry 2 and entry 3 have done good, have done commendable, correct? In terms of RBL Bank, that is the importance of the 5% profitability, right? For people who are over ambitious or greedy, right? We do not have to be greedy because we are providing you with recommendations on a consistent basis, correct? On almost a regular basis. So the 5% should be given prime importance, right? We had provided to you a hot stock recommendation on RBL Bank, which is basically in the banking and finance sector between the areas of 150 and 153, and prices have phenomenally achieved the 5% profitability. Prices sat in the area of 5% profitability, which also coincided with a flip zone, a structure where a previous support that had been taken out got converted to a resistance, and that resistance has been holding with prices continuing down, correct? So for people who took the entry on entry number 2 has made 5%, and that is commendable. But for people who also have trades running from entry number 1, you do not have to worry. We are still hoping for prices to continue, because right now, as you can see, there is a very strong area of support that has been created. Now this area is coincidentally matching exactly with our entry number 2. So based on the structure that we are showing you, based on the current structure, the prices have returned. Now, could this be a formation of the double bottom that could be taking place? Very much correct. So prices might be able to create a double bottom, and if the prices are able to close above the neckline, we have no doubt that the price will come back to the area of resistance, which is going to be around the 176.5, around the 177 area, correct? So we will keep an eye on this as well. But for people who have only taken trades on entry number 2, that is commendable, right? In terms of Annapurna, Annapurna has been done and dusted. We have been informing you on a daily basis that why it is important to book your profits at the 5% profitability, and when an important key area of support and resistance or flip zones are coming, you have to be aware that there might be a tendency for prices to react to those levels, correct? With Hind Oil, which is basically a company that is engaging in the business of exploration, development, and production of crude oil and natural gas, correct? Both onshore and offshore. Everyone has been aware of the crude oil corrections taking place in the international markets, and especially with the geopolitical uncertainty. It is always the crude oil and the energy sector that takes the biggest hit, correct? But the prices have been correcting. We had mentioned to you in terms of adding an additional entry, which was provided to you on 26th of November. That is around 3 days back. And the prices have more or less been consolidating around this key flip zone area. So, nonetheless, the prices are sitting. Once there is a clear confirmation, we would be expecting prices to continue to the next area of a key flip zone where we would be anyways looking for attaining our 5% profitability. So we would be keeping an eye on this as well. In terms of the sectors, right? In terms of how the sectors have been performing, we would be informing you about certain analysis in those as well. But most importantly, it is important to one second, let me open the web page. It is important to understand and analyze in terms of how the markets have been overall performing, right? Just give me a minute. Let me open to you what I need to show you. So, in terms of the FIIs and the DIIs. So as you can see all the way from 29th of October, right? Because the research that we are being using is basically from Motilal Oswal, a very prominent and well-reputed financial brokerage company. So based on the data that has been provided in terms of FII and DIIs, it is very important, especially when it comes to equity trading, that you need to be aware of what is the current sentiment based on the transfer of funds, whether the FIIs are pulling out funds from the economy or are they injecting liquidity back into the economy, correct? So since the last month of October, 29th of October to be precise, the FIIs have been selling a lot. So you can see in terms of the values mentioned, they have been negative. Negative meaning the overall or the cumulative value or the total proposition of the funds that have been transacted are at a deficit. What does that mean? The funds have been shifting outside of the Indian economy, right? Outside India and to other economies of countries such as China and US, where apparently investors are getting better returns on their investments, correct? But with the onset of this week, I'm talking about 25th of November being Monday, correct? Monday has showcased a strong amount of resilience in terms of interest peaking because of the victory that was accomplished by the BJP led coalition in the Maharashtra state assembly elections, right? That was carried out in Mumbai. There had been a very strong influx in terms of keen interest shown by the FIIs in terms of re-entering into the Indian markets. That is where the consensus started to show bullish pressure coming in, correct? With 26th and 22nd, there was an appreciation, but not as considerable as it was on 25th, right? 25th of November, the Monday of this particular week, had been the starting point for the keen interest that was showcased by the FIIs. Currently, today, their prices have again returned to a deficit of a negative 11,756, right? A lot of selling pressure coming out again in terms of the FII. Quickly having a look at how the DIIs are performing on the context of talking about DIIs. Whenever the FIIs are pulling out funds from the economy, it creates a vacancy, correct? It creates a void in terms of liquidity gap in the economy, and that is where the DIIs are the first ones to enter to try who try to settle out the gap that has due to the huge gap that has been created by the FIIs pulling out funds from the economy. So you can see the DIIs would generally be showcasing appreciation in terms of injecting liquidity. With 25th November, it had been opposite, where we had seen a reversal where the FIIs were interested to inject money into the economy and the DIIs were either booking profits or were sucking out funds from the Indian economy as well. With today being with yesterday's value data that has been out, there has been a strong sentiment of DII liquidity being influxed into the economy at around 8,718. But we all know, since the FIIs constitute almost 21% of the holdings when it comes to the entire Indian economy, the FIIs have a superior advantage, right, when it comes to controlling funds. So today has been, based on yesterday's data, there has been a strong devaluation when it comes to the sentiment in the economy. And how we can figure out how that is possible, we can figure that out based on the technical analysis of the index, correct? With the technical analysis of the index, the prices had approached a key strong area of resistance around the 24,400 level, and prices have started to showcase the possibility or the presence of bearish sentiment, correct? So with the onset of Monday, there was a good gap from Friday's close. I'm talking about last week's Friday, and prices have been more or less ranging, coming to an area of key resistance and getting rejected, right? Showcasing bearish sentiment as well. So it is important to be aware of the factors that are responsible for these, correct? In terms of news events, it is important that we have a look at those as well. Let me just quickly go and show you. Please bear in mind, the main purpose of these live streaming sessions, especially the first and the second, is mainly towards showcasing you the power of making money, right? And we have been doing that phenomenally well, correct? We have been able to do that phenomenally. We are sitting at a cumulative profitability of 199%, right? That is commendable. So in terms of the markets, right, yes, the markets have kind of shown a little bit of bullish presence, but not much, correct? The Indian benchmark indices have traded higher on Friday following their steepest drop in almost 2 months during the previous session. And basically, it is the media stocks which are currently on the rise. So the media stocks are giving a rise in terms of the sector, and in terms of the sectors, let us quickly have a look at what the sectors are showing, because we have to be aware of those as well, correct? So in terms of sector, as you can see, as of today, we have been seeing that it's basically the plastic products and the miscellaneous telecom, healthcare, and alcohol sectors, which have been showcasing good amount of bullish sentiment. On the flip side, we have the diamond and jewelry, the photographic products, the containers and packaging, the trading, and the power sector that have been showing a deficit as of today morning, correct? So let me just make sure that everyone is on the same page of what we are communicating. We have been talking since morning about the power of our financial analysis sheet, right? The hot stock recommendation. What is exactly the financial analysis sheet? It is nothing but the diligent and structured and detailed record keeping when it comes to showcasing our potential in the Indian share market. We have been providing it to you all the way from 18th of September. So from mid of September all the way to yesterday, right? With trades being closed not on 28 but on 29. So not just from mid of September till yesterday, but mid of September till today. Today being 29th, we have been able to achieve a 6% profitability for a trade that was placed yesterday, right? That is the power of dolphin markets, correct? As well as we have been providing you with other trading recommendations that are currently running. We will definitely keep an eye on, one second. We will definitely keep an eye on Arkitply, Hind Oil Exploration, as well as Poonawala. Poonawala had been a very stubborn pair, correct, when it comes to achieving the target profit. We were almost sitting at 4.7% profitability. We were just shy away from achieving our 5% profitability by 0.7. 0.3%. How close price can come before we decide whether to take profits and all. But it had also mentioned that since prices were entering into a very important key area of resistance, we had to be aware of those as well. But nonetheless, with the hot stocks provided to you and with the hot stocks that are currently running, as and how the market conditions are evolving, we will let you know. But today's superstar has been none other than GGL, correct? Green Ganesh Green. Let me just make sure I'm pronouncing the name correct. Yes, Ganesh Green Bharat Limited was the hot stock that was provided to you. This particular company is into the semiconductor and electrical equipment business. So, very well done for those who have taken the trade. You have achieved not just 5%, but an additional 1% that makes it a cumulative of 6% just based on a trade that was taken yesterday. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are able to, make these kind of returns, but not on a regular basis. You might be making these kind of returns maybe on an annual basis by putting your money in a fixed deposit or some kind of other financial instrument, correct? So make sure that you become a part of Dolphin Markets. Make sure you subscribe to Harsh's live streaming session so we can provide you with more hot stock recommendations. The more hot stock recommendations that we can provide, the more money you can make, correct? And the more money you will make, the more happy you will be. So that is how it is crucial and very important for you to be a part of Dolphin Markets, to be a part of Harsh's live streaming sessions. Now, since everyone is aware of this particular hot stock that has been achieved in terms of profit target, let me remove the color and let me get back to the summary of what we were talking. So we talked about the main potential of hot stocks, right? Hot stock recommendations that have been achieving profitability. And we had also informed in terms of placing the 5% target. People who are, I shouldn't use the word, but if people are lazy in terms of putting their targets, you can miss the opportunity to make good amount of profit. So whenever an entry is provided, we provide you, well, sorry, whenever a hot stock recommendation is provided to you by me to you, you have to be aware that we provide you with the entry, we provide you with the 5% take profit level, as well as we provide you with the position size. All the three necessary parameters are being provided to you. All you have to do is place the trades on your brokerage platform and see the money coming into your account, right? So make sure you're placing the 5% profitability level. And again, let me refocus and re-emphasize that 5% should be your take profit, because the markets have a tendency to start reversing from the 5%, right? So we want to take more trades and we want to make more money rather than taking one or two trades and hoping to make a lot of money. It doesn't work like that. We want to be consistent and we want to make consistent profits as well. So this has been more about GGBL, which has been today's superstar in terms of achieving the 6% profitability, correct? We looked at all the other pairs in terms of Arcade Ply. The prices have come back into our area of entry. Arcade Ply basically being into the wood manufacturing segment, correct? Producing, sorry, furnishing segment, right? Producing a lot of furnitures and accessories based on wood. Then we looked at NFL, which had done remarkably well, which we had attained target. We were looking at IP rings, and we had also mentioned in terms of the manipulation that has been taking place, correct? We looked at Poonawalla, and again, I feel a little annoyed, but sometimes the markets do what they have to do. The markets run on probabilities, the markets do not run on certainties, correct? We as traders and analysts are doing our due diligence, but the markets will do what they have to do. The prices had come very close to our area of interest in terms of take profit. We were already sitting at around 4.7% profitability, right? Just shy from the 5% profitability by 0.3%. For people who are aware that there is a key area of resistance, we had mentioned it to you as well. So you could have been a little flexible in placing your target slightly below in terms of guaranteeing the profit, right? We provide you we even looked at Evantel, and again stressing on the 5% take profit, right? Why it is important. Then we looked at Hind oil. In terms of Hind oil, with the prices currently going sideways, it is currently coming back to our area of entry, so we will update you if any other necessary action is to be taken. With the Nifty correcting again from an area of resistance, with the FIIs again pulling out a lot of funds, like the way we had mentioned in terms of the graphical structure, correct? That was mentioned to you. With the sentiment of FIIs again coming back to the picture in terms of pulling out funds, uh, this has been the current market condition as of this current hour, right? So still there is a lot of time for the markets to continue running, and we will get back to you in the second live streaming session where we will be talking more about the updates and advancements, and also hopefully providing you with another hot stock recommendation. So hopefully I will see everyone in the next live streaming session. So until then, have a great afternoon, and I will see you later. Until then, next time, namaste and bye bye. Take care.